decided to take a bit of a bushwalk there. What's happened?
We came through, I think it was a hairpin left, and I was a bit too far in and I hit a rock with the left front wheel. We carried on from there and I thought, the steering was a bit out, but then the aluminium arm broke. So, look, a bit unlucky. We stopped and we repaired it now. I think we're going to just carry on and just get some seat time for the rest of the rally.
Stage 10, a repeat of the day's first stage, so it's Montevideo 2 over 13.16 kilometers, back to the landing strip, back to the subways, the sugarcane and the rough and rocky patches. On the road, our rally leader, Marc Renier, still kicking up the dust. He's trying to maintain that lead of his. Not easy, of course, because the surface now starting to degrade.
And caution, short left 7, right 6, no cut. Caution, left 7, right 8 over bad bump. 60 tight over kinks. Care right 8, left 6 down. Rough through clearing 70 meters.
These onboard shots, we can clearly see Fecken and Aries. I mean, the road has been deteriorating with the rest of the field going through it earlier on in the day. It's treacherous, it's demanding, and deserves complete commitment.
Rotenbach also showing complete commitment there. He's absolutely flying. He has got the bit between the teeth now. He knows that he can actually do pretty well on this rally if he can close that gap.
Johnny Gemmel and Drew Sturrock from Team Castrol still chasing down and need to improve on this sector.
They certainly do. They lost some time and only finished 9th, but this is a crew that is completely committed. Jan Habig has got the hammer down. He wants to improve on his position at the moment.
Into long left 2. Into right 1 over crest, left 1. Right 1 over crest, left 1. 50. Long left 6 tightens. Long left 6 tightens. Into clearing. And short left 2. Crest is right 8. Crest is right 8.
That certainly looked like a great run. Greg Godrich along with Charles Wilkin in the Basil Reed car. And they also on a run. They've got to make up some positions, as does John Williams, because he's involved in that nice little battle at the back end of the top 10. On board we go now. And whoa! You could just physically almost feel the yumps, the car bottoming out, as Williams tries to not make a major mistake here. JP Damza and Caroline Swan also just around about the top 10 at this point, and on board we go with them. Stage 11, a repeat of the morning's stage 7, so we've got sugarcane, hairpins and some subways. So the battles at the front and in the midfield developing nicely, and the crowd enjoying the rally action as we go back on board with Fecken and Aries.
To right 5 and left 4 tightens to 6 into tunnel. Small crest, slight right over bumpy.
Oh, that will damage the right rear suspension, certainly. That little bump at the back there, you could hear from Aries' reaction. That was quite a bump there. And it's also obviously going to cost him some time. And in fact, on this stage, Fecken only goes 10th fastest, and that will also cost him some overall positions. Pretty rough rally for them so far.
As we went into the bridge underneath the highway, we hit the outside. So we lost all power steering for about 20 Ks. So not good, but it was my fault. So.
Well, that's refreshing. An admission of his own fault by a driver in motorsport, as we go to Enzo Kuhn and Guy Hodgson. And they are really pushing it very hard. They'd like to at least finish on the podium, setting the 4th fastest time in the stage.
Glad we got through that clean, and we're losing power in the car, but it's good time compared to Cronier, because he's carrying a bigger problem than we are, so we're happy.
Well, this is the problem that he alluded to. Marc Cronier, who's been the rally leader for 10 stages, is in trouble. What a disappointment this is going to be for him.
This is so typical of rally. You can never be sure until the end of the event. But a big blow there for Marc Cronier and his chances of a victory. And that is Conrad Rotenbach's opportunity of moving up into the lead now. And this is exactly what he would have been hoping for. In fact, probably what everybody else had been hoping for, to to at least move up one position, but Conrad Reutenbach now well placed to take his first victory of the season. That is, if Jan Habig has nothing to offer, because he has certainly got the foot down. Habig who won the last stage, and he is on his home turf, so he...
Into a left 7, overstanding. To very long right 6. Very long right 6. 80. Bump into a left 6.
There's Cronier limping with a damaged rear suspension. He will now retire, there's no doubt.
A man on a fly, Charles Wilkin in the Basil Reed Ford Fiesta, still making up positions after the problems that they suffered yesterday. And this car seemingly now running problem-free as Wilkin has the foot down. And in fact, he wins this stage. First victory of this event for this pairing.
Yeah, we're just trying to hang in there. We actually, the only thing that can help us now is if someone falls off, you know, in front of us. So we're stuck in 11th, came back from 25th, and that's where we're going to stop, I think.
Well, they might as well chase down these guys. It's John Williams and Kobus Frey in the second Sassel Ford Fiesta. All of them involved in that battle just around the top 10. So we go to JP Damso and Caroline Swan, also right there, holding steady inside the top 10. So after the demise of Mark Cronier, Conrad Reutenbach moves into the lead ahead of Jan Habig and Enzo Kuhn. Mark Cronier limping into his service area, and the Ford team jumping into action as he explains exactly what happened.
Mark, you've lost a bit of time. What's happened there?
Yeah, unfortunately, that stage we had to jump and it nosed the car. Nothing too bad, but unfortunately we're still learning the car, so we hit the front of the radiator and it's basically game over.
What a downer.
This is rallying. It's you can be at the absolute pinnacle and be dropped in seconds. It's just, this is a very, very cruel sport, and that's just how it is.
You were fighting with Mark, but now you've got Jan Habig right behind you.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Mark had a bit of a problem. I think he hit a bump. It was really, really rough in those last two. It's much worse than we anticipated. You know, these stages are usually really good, but it was really rough. So it's a battle to keep the car in good nick and then still carry on. But yeah, Mark had a problem, so he's dropped down. But Habig's right on our tail. So I think in the last stage we were 0.1 of a second difference, and there's I think 10 seconds in it. So still anything can happen.
Well, amongst all the carnage that's going on throughout the entire day, an epic battle continues between 7th, 8th and 9th.
Nicholas, three-way battle going here.
Yeah, we've got a big boss from the Dakar behind me chasing me. And those blind crests that we come over, I just know he's hitting those flats because that's the only way they did it in the Dakar, as you see on TV. But there's some talent there behind me, and John had just got ahead of me. We had a spin on the last stage just before a tunnel. Lost about 10 seconds maybe.
John, real battle developing, but you seem to be at the head of the pack.
Yeah, no, it's going better this afternoon. Obviously, new car and been out of the rally scene for a year and a half, so just finding my way. But yeah, no, look, this afternoon's gone really well and enjoying the rally. And you know, thanks to Cecil for the support, and you know, our whole crew's been really getting into it. Obviously, you know, like I said, 2 new cars, so a lot of learning to be done.
Stage 12, a repeat of the morning's stage 8, so it's Esperanza 2 over 13.03 kilometers. So lots of fast sugarcane running ahead of us on this stage. And a huge battle, of course, up front amongst the top 5. As Fecken and Aries put the foot down, they want to get past Damso into that 4th position. That's their first chance.
150, do not miss deceptive blind, turn off left 7. Right 3, 70 down, danger, right 4 over bridge, narrow, care left 2, up over bad bump, right 5, stay left, care left 8.
Enzo Kuhn is 3rd overall and seemingly in a lot of problems, has some power problems. Will he be able to hold on to a podium position?
Man under pressure is Conrad Reutenbach. He knows he's got Jan Habig that's going to breathe down his neck. He's got to hold onto his lead at all costs, with the stage distance now also starting to run out. Just about 25 k's to go. A good rally stage time for him there.
It's really hard with the rhythm to know what to do in that, especially when the guys behind you, but it didn't feel that great in there, so we might have to get a move on in the next one. We'll see what Habig does.
Team Castrol, Johnny Gemmell and Drew Sturrock, and well, currently 10th, and will need to improve. Hasn't had the greatest time in this stage.
This is a dangerous man. It's Jan Habig on a charge. He knows it's a reachable goal to get to the lead, and he has got the hammer down. He's using each and every inch of the road, as you can see, and there's lots of spectators who are going to cheer for him and will be, whoa, just going a little bit wide. They must be careful not to overstep the mark and overstep the edge. And he takes the stage win. Jan Habig now leads by 0.3 of a second.
Yeah, it was what I can probably describe as a bit busy, but it was a good stage. Got a nice flow to it, carried the speed all the time. Quite happy.
Camille de Villiers and Ralph Pitchford in that three-way battle for 6th position, currently lying in 8th place overall, but still within striking distance and breathing down their necks. Charles Wilkin just outside the top 10. Does he have enough time to break the top 10 or possibly even the top 9 or 8?
JB Damsel will lose 5 seconds and will also lose 4th place to Hagen Fecken in this stage.
Nick Ryan, a solid performance in this stage, taking some time off the likes of John Williams and Geniel de Villiers, so that should cement his 7th place overall. And currently in 9th position, it looks fairly safe as well, Jaapie van Niekerk and Dave Levkovich. Hopefully they can hold on to that place inside the top 10. Stage 13, 11.1 Ks, last gravel stage of the day. Lots of sugarcane and lots of changes in the surface. The big question is, who is going to come out on top? Will it be this man, Konrad Rothenbach, or is it going to be the man who chases him down and currently leads him by 0.3 of a second, Jan Habig?
We tried really well, so I don't know. We'll have to wait and see now.
Really tight into the race.
Yeah, it was. It felt good. So we just have to wait and see what Yanni can do.
Real nail-biting stuff. This is Gemmell, obviously still on a shakedown run, really, because they're inside the top 10 and they're just trying to sort this car out. Here's the man, it's Jan Habig. He's chasing down the rally win. He's got a lead of 0.3 of a second. Can he hold on to that in the stage? Once again, on board we go with Habig and Paisley, and once again he is trying to his very best. He wants to open up that gap. After this, there's only a 1 kilometer tar stage to go, and he's lost it 7.7 seconds slower than Rothenbach. That will be a big disappointment.
You know, we thought we had enough pace, but obviously maybe we were a bit too careful.
Charles Wilkin in the Ford Fiesta is trying to hold on to 11th. The 4th fastest in the stage is trying to close in on Johnny Gemmell for 10th position.
Nick Ryan involved in that little battle for 6th position. Will he come out on top, or will it be John Williams? We'll have to wait to see until the end of the stage. In the battle amongst the 1600cc cars, it's Ashley Haig-Smith and Hilton Offray in their Ford Fiesta who came out on top, and in a very creditable 12th position overall as well. About 40 seconds further back, second in the S1600 class, Chad Corradi and Kes Naidu in their Toyota Auris. And in 3rd place, the Snyders pairing, it's Christoph and Celeste in their little Volkswagen Polo. And you can see much more of the action in the junior categories in our special junior championship coverage. And winning the S1400 class, Megan Verlaak and Lorene Duplessis in the factory-backed BP Ultimate Volkswagen Vivo.
So a big crowd awaits at the Arbor Crossing. Overall, which is 900-meter tarmac town stage, Innemams and Tony remaining. The order is Rothenbach, Habig, Kuhn, Fecken, Damser, Ryan Williams, de Villiers, Jaapie van Niekerk and Gemmell. What next?
Rothenbach takes it by 8.2 seconds from Habig, followed by Kuhn, Fecken and Damso. And in that battle for 6th, it was Nicholas Ryan who came out on top.
Fantastic win there.
Yeah, thanks a lot. It was really great. You know, it's our first time competing in South Africa, so it was a new experience for Nico, I'm sure, but he did a fantastic job, so it was a great result.
And Nicholas, how did you find those stages?
The stages are very nice, a very beautiful stage, fast part, twisty parts, you find everything in a stage. And it's a very good experience for me, very good, very difficult to make the notes on the DVD and everything, so very happy.
So the first podium of the 2011 season sees Conrad Rothenbach from Zimbabwe take it over three former champions, Habig, Kuhn and Fecken.
Congratulations, guys. A very hard-fought battle, but Conrad beat you out in the end.
Yeah, it was a bit unfortunate, but, you know, I think he drove well for the whole event. And yeah, I think he had a very good run, and well done to him.
Is it good to see the young blood coming through?
Well, it depends on which side of the car you are. But no, it's good. You know, the youngsters should be there, and I think he did a real good job.
Great stuff. And what was this rally like for the navigator?
This event, you're always busy. The ride conditions is very tricky, so you need to up your game a bit to keep your driver satisfied. So.
That brings us to the end of day 2 of the Total Tour in Natal. Conrad Rothenbach managed to beat off Jan Havik in a very close battle. Join us again next week, guys, as we check out the Junior Championship.